We're in the danger zone, sir. We're in the danger zone.
Listen, I'm in the cockpit and I'm trying my best not to pass out by doing what was it, 10? What was it, Mach 10?
Man, look. You see the background here. I'm putting this up as video before you can see the audio and stuff. But look at this. This is the face of a man that is happy. Come on, dude. If you want to know, that's my face after seeing Top Gun Maverick. I ain't gonna fucking lie.
I'm with you. So is mine.
I did. Same way. That is the face of a man that said, you know what? 20 plus years in the making, well, 30 plus years in the making, actually, because Top Gun was 86. So 86, 96, 96 to 2006. Yeah. 30 years in the making. And like, and like Top Gun, I said it on my IG. I had watched the original Top Gun, and there was something about original Top Gun that it was very much a character focused piece than an actual like movie about like who's the bad guy of the film and yada yada yada. It's about just this one guy going through it, and he's this charismatic, cocky fighter pilot that feels he's hot shit, and then when he hits like this point of like, he has to overcome this, like his friend dying, Goose. That's when he's like, oh shit, is he really the good person? Is he, and just so when you get to the end and they do that whole, he has to fight the bad guys from this unknown country. It's like, oh, so that's how the movie ended. I kind of forgot about that.
I always love that about movies like Top Gun, where the enemy is always this super vague enemy. Like, there's no defining characteristics of this enemy other than they're just the enemy. They have this fortress, and they have other fighter pilots, and you got to shoot them down.
I mean, it's 86, so you expect that, but it's like I totally forgot that was how that original movie ended. So going into Top Gun Maverick, just paint the picture here. Me and Sue, we were at San Diego Comic-Con. I believe we were waiting in the press room, and Terminator, the new Terminator, had just did a panel in Hall H. Right after they were leaving there and going to the Bayfront, and this is like right when I told Eris, like, dog, they're doing the thing up there and stuff. Funny story about that. Listen to the podcast where we talked about it. But anyways, Tom Cruise jumped on the stage immediately afterwards, and boom, Top Gun Maverick happened. I was like, get the fuck out of here. You're doing a sequel to Top Gun?
Just slam dunk the trailer on everybody out of nowhere.
Which, I mean, that's a good, if you had to slam dunk anywhere, you do it at Comic-Con. Fuck it.
I'm with that. I mean, just like how Johnny Depp showed up on stage in the middle of the WB thing as his character from Fantastic Beasts, gave a whole monologue and everything. Bam, new Fantastic Beasts trailer. I always love it when celebrities do stuff like this. You had no idea that they were even coming.
Yeah. So I had my reservations about Top Gun Maverick because we've seen the history of movies, more recently Ghostbusters Afterlife, where you lean too heavy on the nostalgia, and then it kind of kills the overall vibe of the movie being itself, while also being continuation. Like, that was my, as much as I enjoyed Afterlife, I felt like the thing that was really holding it back from being really good was it trying to hit all the stuff from the first movie, like, Gozer, just all that shit from the first movie.
Well, I was fine with them retreading an old villain from the first one, because, I mean, let's be real, that's an iconic villain. Yes, it's from one movie, but it's an iconic villain.
I mean, it's iconic, but like, I felt it held back the movie. Didn't mean it was horrible, but it was just like, it felt like it was leaning too heavy on, hey guys, here's the warm, tingly feeling, which again, it's fine.
I still say that Afterlife was really the Ghostbusters spin on Stranger Things.
Yeah, it really is. And I mean, I'll be honest, I think Extreme Ghostbusters did a better job of like doing that continuation.
The whole passing the torch, yeah.
Yeah. So with Top Gun Maverick, I was like, well, how are they going to do this? And obviously it's going to be this new generation of fighter pilots. And
the same way that they do all of these, you're old school. You're getting a little long in the tooth. Here's the new guys, the new team. This is Butch. This is Razor. This is yes. I'm throwing out fake names. Total fake names.
I was like, don't do that.
I'm throwing out fake names. But my point is, we've seen this all throughout since 2010. Since 2010, we've been seeing sequels to decade old movies. where they always do this crap of throwing in, here's the new cats, here's the new jacks,
Now,
and
yeah.
it's like, yeah, they're supposed to be better than, better than the stuff that we saw when we were younger. I
Mhm.
get it, but then you realize, these guys kind of suck. They have improved on it with movies in 2020.
Yeah, and the thing of it is, I think Top Gun Maverick reminded me of Rocky Balboa. Cause I remember rolling
Mm,
my fucking eyes at Rocky Balboa, like, man, get the fuck out of here. We're doing Rocky. How are you gonna follow Rocky 5? And then you go watch see Rocky Balboa, and he's like, motherfucker, he actually made a good goddamn movie.
like a
Goddamn.
competent movie. Who
and and
knew?
and much like Rocky Balboa, Top Gun Maverick is like, hey, we're gonna keep this shit simple. Yes, we're gonna hit you with the famous songs, like boom, they hit you with Danger Zone, they hit you with an older Maverick. But just like Rocky Balboa, they know their character. Okay, we can't have him doing stupid shit. Like
Right.
we got to keep him doing his regular stuff. And the basis of Top Gun Maverick is essentially Maverick. Pretty much, he's a test pilot for new up and coming planes, and he's been doing this for years, and he hasn't really risen up in rank in the Navy because he raised up in rank. That means you can't, fly
You stay
anymore.
ground. Yeah, you're pretty much grounded. And in
So
his
he's
case,
been doing it for 30
like
years.
in
30
his
years he has not went
in,
past captain.
in his case, no, see, in his case, he's been blatantly rank dodging.
Yeah, rank dodging, still a captain. So the base of the movie is he do a situation which it's a dope sequence
Really
that
good when you see it in
when
IMAX.
you see it in IMAX. He puts him in a position to where he's back teaching Top Gun, because at the end of the first movie, he basically ended with he's going to go to Top Gun, going to be the instructor. You'll see why he kind of left Top Gun afterwards, but he's back at Top Gun again, being a flight instructor. But now he has to teach these new group of pilots for this very special mission. And one of the pilots there is Goose's son,
Yeah,
and you can kind of see where that's going to go. Like, oh man, Goose's son and Maverick, they're going to butt heads. What's going to happen? These new generation of pilots see this old Maverick, and it's about what you expect, but it works out very well.
yeah. It's like I said, it's the prototypical,
Old versus new.
like, old versus new. We've seen time and time again in movies since 2010.
Now,
And like I said, they did it better. They have
oh yes.
improved. They have done this so much better of telling that same old story like since like post 2020 as opposed to the 2010s.
Yeah, and also I would think the biggest surprise for me, and you definitely want to see it, Iceman, Val Kilmer. The way they put him in this movie, it works perfectly. I had trepidations,
Hmm.
and again, they put him in the movie and it works. And if you know Val Kilmer has throat cancer. He's recovering from throat cancer, so he's not speaking as much as he used to. So the way the movie interweaves that, because obviously if you're gonna have Iceman, he's gonna have an interaction with Maverick, but the way they weave that in there, it's perfect.
Especially since they plastered his picture all over the
It's
trailer.
like 3 scenes in the movie where you see his picture, and I'm like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to have him and
I'm
Maverick
like,
and
we
Iceman
get it. You
talk."
guys keep hinting. You guys keep hinting at Iceman. You keep showing a picture of him from like from the first movie, and apparently what he's been doing in the 30 years that we haven't
He
seen a
moved up in
new,
rank.
Top Gun. We see him older, and oh, now I see how you worked in there. Got it. And it
Yeah,
was great. It was a
yeah.
great scene.
He moved up in rank. He's a commander, as expected, because of course, because let's be real, Iceman, if you watch the original Top Gun, looked like he was a person that's like, yeah, flying's cool, but eventually I'm gonna move up in rank.
It's like, I'm not gonna do this forever.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do this
You could,
forever.
I mean, you unlike Maverick, you've seen him in the, like, when you watch the first Top Gun, you could tell he has that personality, that energy that says, I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like this. It's gonna be 1986 forever.
Now, now the other aspect of the story too is that we get Penny, who, if you remember, if you again, this is another character that we heard about off screen in the first Top Gun. He was
Yeah,
one of many general daughters that Maverick fucked around with, and got booted off base and stuff. But Penny was one of them, and Jennifer Connelly comes back as
I was gonna
Penny.
say, shout
Well,
out to
she's
Jennifer Connelly.
Penny, yeah, Jennifer Connelly, which All right, cool. That's a character that was from the first movie, but we never saw. We just heard through other people. We just never saw the character. So it's like, all right, cool. All right, cool. We get that, and it's like the movie finds ways of not like killing what the first movie established. I think that's why I appreciated it a lot. It kind of it worked.
It respects the first film.
Yeah. And the biggest point of this movie, and this is the reason why you should definitely go see it, especially in IMAX, the flight sequences.
All of them.
Let me tell you something. When you get to the mission in this movie, and and like if you ever play Ace Combat, you played any of those games where bruh, that whole sequence is fucking top fucking tier. Like they actually had the motherfuckers in the plane. They went through actually, hold up, since if people watching the video, I actually got something for that real quick. Cause this shit was like, yo, Tom Cruise spared no fucking expense doing
He
this
was
shit.
literally John Hammond.
Like, you see this shit? Like, look. Look at this. Look at this. This is what he's doing. Like, this is insane.
Man.
And this shit is dope as fuck. Like, just like that is ridiculous. Like that is dedication. If you saw how they did it in the original Top Gun, this is like a huge 180 from that shit.
Yeah, it's a big 180. I would say this is probably some of the best like, you know, in cockpit flight sequences, like flight sequence scenes I've seen shot honestly since Midway.
Yeah, I mean,
the flight scene, come on, man, the dog fighting and the flight sequences in Midway was really good because we saw that in IMAX and that was
and I mean, granted, some of that is CG to a degree.
it's CG. It is CG, but hey, they said the same thing about this movie. The only difference is you can't tell where the CG is.
And I think also because it's modern day, you don't know.
Right.
And like you saw in the video, like you see in the video, like you just saw in that little video clip, it was like, yo, like they actually had the cameras inside the plane, the cockpit, and you actually feel when they're in the plane, they're pulling the G's, and like from the first sequence from the beginning of the movie all the way to the end, it's like pitch fucking perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is, like everything is just great. The editing and all the cinematography of the planes and everything is just perfect. And I gotta give a shout out to the director Joseph Kosinski. He directed a movie that I personally dug, Tron Legacy.
Dude, come on, that's my movie.
I like it. I know some people weren't feeling it, but I like Tron Legacy.
I love Tron Legacy.
That's another movie that is taking place 20 plus years after the original movie, 30 plus years after the original movie. So it's like, he knows the deal. He knows the deal, clearly. You know.
Yeah. It's not his first rodeo, that's for sure.
Not his first rodeo. But like the way they went through the whole sequence of the planes in the cockpit, the dog fighting, like you mentioned, and just everything, it's seamless as hell. Like I said again, there's a couple of points that you can probably say, okay, that was CG, but like even then, it's done so well that you don't really give a fuck.
And again, you can't see it.
Yeah.
You really can't tell. But don't worry, I'll wait for the YouTuber who sits down and analyzes like the flight sequences, like when this movie comes out, like publicly. I swear those like those freaking scene analytical guys. I look forward to seeing those. They're gonna be like, see, right there's the CGI. I'm waiting for it.
Yeah. Like the rest of the cast is great. Like I said, we talked about Val Kilmer, Ed Harris.
Yeah, Harris
had his moment with Maverick. That was a moment. Him and John Hamm, both of them, just chewing out Maverick because, you know, obviously you can't have a Top Gun movie without Maverick doing something stupid. So clearly he's gonna get chewed out for it and stuff. But like I said, the rest of the cast, like I said, Miles Teller playing Goose's son. He's what was it? Rooster. Which I know most people, if they never seen the original Top Gun, is like, oh, of course he's his son. I'm like, no, at least they actually showed his son in the original one, and he
Which they
loved his
did.
dad, and yada yada yada. And it's like, all right, cool, I'm with it. But like I said, the rest of them, like Coyote and Fanboy and
Hey
Hangman and
man,
Bob.
I love that. Just straight Bob.
My name is Bob. That's your call sign? Yes, Bob. Okay. All right, right.
All right,
Cool.
we got a Bob.
Got a Bob. Warlock, Fanboy, just all these names. And I'm like, they work.
They
All
do.
of them, all of them. And the thing of it is, too, what I like about this new crew is that they have history as well. There's a little bit of an in-group rivalry that's going on. Typical of these movies, obviously. Both everybody's beefing with each other, and it's the usual, hey, we got to work as a team.
If they really wanted to capitalize on this, I could see a possible.
Top Gun 3.
No, not even Top Gun 3. More like no, I don't want
A
to give it.
Hobbs and Shaw spinoff.
No, no,
with
no, no,
Bruce
no,
Lee.
no, 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 not even a movie. It's not. It wouldn't even be a movie. I would really say like some kind of Academy series, um, on Hulu
A TV
for.
series.
Well, I specifically said on Hulu. It would be exclusive to Hulu about this team. These guys being trained to be the best fighter pilots in the world,
This is true.
and it leads up to the events of this movie. I would like to see that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of amazing too that like Tom Cruise was probably just like anybody else, even like Sylvester Stallone. Like he was probably had reservations about doing another Top Gun unless the story was right.
Yeah, the story
Because
had to be
for them
good.
to take 30 plus years, obviously, I'm pretty sure he's had a lot of scripts go across his face, and he's like, "Nah, I'm not doing this. Nope, nope."
I would say that goes for any actor who respects the movie that they came from. If they did a first movie or even a second movie and they're up to doing another sequel, the script has to be good. If the script's not good, you're going to lose an actor. Ghostbusters is a prime example of all of that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and the thing of it is, I mean, dude, we got Jerry Bruckheimer back, man.
Yes, Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer Productions. Perfect.
I mean, look, you want to get Jerry Bruckheimer, you got to get him for this. You have to. It has to be Top Gun. Like, come on, like you have to.
I wouldn't want anyone else doing it.
I really wouldn't either. I mean, it's like, I mean, look, he came back for Bad Boys for Life. Great movie. That's
Yep.
another movie that's part of a franchise where, what was it? What was how many years
No,
between Bad Boys 2 and Bad Boys for like 10?
that was from 2002, or sorry, 2002, 2003 to 2021. So yeah, it's been about what, 12?
16 years.
Yeah, something like that.
Either way,
Been a
it's a
minute.
long time.
It's been a long minute, and it clearly showed in that movie. To which I had to say, you know what? This movie had no business
It
being
had no
as good
business
as
being
was.
good. That's what I was like, bro. Like, I think that's what fucked everybody's heads up with Bad Boys for Life. They came out the movie like, son of a bitch, this movie's fucking good. God damn.
And
And
I have a feeling people are going to say that about this movie because this movie really was good.
I said, look. You saw me as soon as them opening credits hit and they played fucking Danger Zone. I was like,
you didn't see me singing along to the to the song.
No, not even that. Not even that. It's the first one. Dude.
Oh yeah, the main theme song. Of course.
The main look. When they hit that main Top Gun theme song, that's when I'm like, all right, you got me, movie.
I was like,
That song is dope as shit. I ain't gonna lie.
When I heard the main theme song, just hearing that opening synth, I'm like, all right, you're doing it right, dude. You just don't.
It opens just like the original one.
It does.
Much.
Yes, it opens just like the original. But this was my problem. This is where I was in for a good movie. Chris, you don't do this to me. You don't give me the opening theme of the first movie and then just like that whiplash me into freaking Kenny Loggins. You don't do that.
I mean, dog, like I said, this and for a movie that got delayed severely,
like 2 years.
2 years, like I look, look, I don't know what this movie's gonna fucking make opening on Memorial Day weekend. I honestly don't know. And like I might see. Look, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I might have to hit you up and be like, dude, you want to go to the Smithsonian and see this shit in IMAX?
I was gonna say, dude, we're either if this movie is not at the Stephen Udvar Air and Space Museum, if it's not playing there, I don't want to see it anywhere.
I mean, I might call you up and be like, because we saw Ford versus Ferrari there, and that shit was experience.
And now you're saying you don't know how like what this movie's gonna do in terms of numbers, dude. You know how many, you know how much, like how many retired ex-military folks are gonna come out to see this?
$152 million budget, man. And look, I see where the budget went with this movie with them fucking planes. It's
I'm gonna keep it. I'll keep it a stack with you. This is just my prediction. You said 152 budget, 152 million budget, right?
I see 400 billion total.
At minimum 370.
Yeah, I can see that. Because that's
Minimum 370.
yeah, that's making back. That's basically making your money and you get a profit on top of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Minimum minimum 370. A good ass. Oh, and you. Oh, and this comes out on Memorial Day weekend.
Veterans. I mean, look.
Like I said, at minimum 370. At average 400 flat.
Yeah. I mean, just yeah, man. I mean, and like I said, we just saw we showed you that clip of that whole thing, but like all the training and like I said, like it's like it really felt like Tom Cruise was like, all right, if we're going to do this, we got to go all in. Kind of like Slash Stallone when he did Rocky Balboa. He was like, all right, if we're going to have Rocky boxing, I need to get in a boxing shape. I can't have a stunt double. I got to like actually do the shit.
And gotta love method acting.
I mean, look, Tom Cruise has been method acting since he started taking over the Mission Impossible movies. Like,
yes,
doing all his stunts. What are we talking about here?
No, I mean, no, but I respect that. I definitely respect the craft. I mean, like you want to make sure that you are in fighting shape to do these type of movies.
I mean, and then like we're talking like they're underwater, they got to escape from underwater, they got to deal with the G's. Like that's the and that's the thing. It really felt like this movie was lived in. These people are actually like flying and going through everything. Like you see all the training and it's like dope as hell. It does. They don't what was it? What's the word? They don't do a montage. It's like, oh no, you see the training,
Yeah,
they
it's
train.
really, yeah,
There is a montage, but it's not the typical montage that you think.
It's very slight.
Yeah. I mean, just top to bottom, this movie was like perfect. Like I will buy this shit on 4K. No
Give me
bullshit.
this, like, just give me the steel book.
I
I'm
mean,
actually, you know what? I'll go back out to Best Buy and grab the first one on Steelbook.
shit. I might
It's
have
like
to.
$20.
I might have to. But seriously, man, look at this. Look at this. Look at this, man. I would be the same way too if I made a boss ass fucking movie. That's all I'm saying. Like, I mean, look, come on, man. Like,
No. I get it.
that is a perfect face. Like, yes,
That was the face that said, "I did it.
I win.
I win." I went. I went in a 10-1 odds.
Christ,
101 odds.
my man did it. Like, like I said, this movie is good. When it drops Memorial Day weekend, folks, I'm telling you right now, you are going to love it. Love it, love it, love it. If you can, check it out at IMAX. It's worth it. It's worth it. Period. Full stop.
I oh god, I beg of you, please go see this movie.
Oh yeah,
Like no, in all seriousness,
go
definitely go
watch
see
it.
it. Like, go watch this movie Memorial Day weekend. It's really good, shot very well. You had the perfect production behind it, and Tom Cruise. Like brings his A game. Everybody pretty much brought their A game. I really couldn't find any real faults with this movie.
Yeah. It's like I said, it reminded me when I saw Rocky Balboa. I was like, I was ready to sit there and tear into that movie. Like, man, it's gonna be some bullshit, motherfucker. Okay, all right,
And for
Tom, you
me,
got me. You got
and
me,
for me,
Tom.
for me, outside of seeing the Comic-Con trailer,
Yeah,
I didn't see nothing else of this movie. No
I
other
saw
trailer.
I saw the Comic-Con trailer, and then I saw the first trailer when they officially put it out to the general public, and that's it. And even and the funny thing about the trailers is that the trailers still don't spoil much of anything because when you see that finale and the mission to go on, it's again, it feels, I'm not gonna say it feels video gamey, but it feels very video gamey. There's like they got mission parameters, they gotta do this, they gotta do that. And it's like, holy shit, this feels like a goddamn video game. Like check box, check box, check
Yeah.
box.
Like
Jesus.
what part? Like, okay, what mission in Modern Warfare are we in now?
I mean, and like I said, it just everything is just perfect, man. This is the movie. Go watch this movie, please. I beg of you, go watch this movie.
Yep.
Whew. Anyways, that is it. And yeah, next time you'll hear us talking about, I think, was Jurassic Park should be dropping pretty
Yeah,
soon.
we got Jurassic Park coming.
Yeah, so but that in mind, folks, we will catch you later for another movie review. Peace out.
Deuces.